All right, Shalom. First and foremost, all praise and glories unto Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Rachakwadash. That belong to our apostles, the bishops, the elders of the great millstone. And greetings, salutations, blessings, much love unto you. Hopeful elect, Shalom unto you. Your brother Shaquat with a quick video. Straight to the point. The longer portion of this video will be on Joey Vantes. Okay. I'll get the fair use before I play it. But before I play it, I'm going to read the Wikipedia, because this is about Stuart and Linda Resnick. Okay, this is the Wikipedia on Stuart Allen Resnick and Linda Resnick. Okay, it says, and he's going to go over all of this, but I'll show you what the important part is, right? Born December 24th, 1936, is an American billionaire businessman. Resnick is the wealthiest farmer in the United States, with a net worth exceeding $8 billion as of 2022. Resnick and his wife Linda Resnick bought the Franklin Mint in 1986 and sold it in 2006. It's just Franklin Mint. Let's just find out. Private Mint of Joseph Siegel in Wawa, Pennsylvania. The building is in Middletown Township. Okay, they buy shit. Okay, because they're rich, right? In '86, right? In 1979, the Resnick. Since 1979, Resnick has been the chairman and president of the Wonderful Company. He is married to Linda Resnick, and through their holding company, they own the Palm Wonderful, those pomegranate juice, and Fiji Water brands, Wonderful Pistachios and Almonds, Wonderful Halos, Wonderful Seedless Lemons, Justin Wines, Landmark Wines, JNSQ Wines, and the Teleflora Floral Wire Service Company. What the hell is that? It's a floral wire service company which brokers order to local florists for delivery. Okay, farmer. Okay, so they grow things. The wealthiest farmer in the U.S., right? It says here, Resnick holds a majority stake in the Kern Water Bank. See, they wouldn't let you pull up that, but let's pull that up anyway. Bear with me. Okay, Kern Water Bank Authority in Bakersfield, California. Right. This is all that, but let's see what the map says. Matter of fact, let's go to the website real quick. Okay. Guess that conserving water resources. This is all the water they do. Wildlife vulnerable. Everything looks on the up and up, right? Let's go back. About background. Okay. What is the Kern Water Bank? The Kern Water Bank is a 32 square mile property in the southern San Joaquin Valley that can store 1.5 million acre feet of water underground, almost 3 times the storage capacity of nearby Lake Isabella. Water is stored underground in the Kern Water Bank during wet years and recovered during dry years for agricultural and municipal and industrial uses. Okay? Learn more about the background and history, project facility, location, and leadership of the Kern Water Authority. Says you can learn more about it, but they don't give you more about it, right? Now, this is going to play into what Joey Vantes is going to say. I believe that's how you say his name. Right? Let's see where it's at. This is just a map. We don't want to call nobody. Let's just look at it. Okay. Water Bank Authority. I guess that's what that is. Let's get it on. Okay. Outside Bakersfield. Okay. Just outside of Bakersfield. All right. So it's in Central California. So as all that's happening there, all down here is where they need the water, right? So as I watched another video, they're saying natural snow from up in this area, way up here, is supposed to flow, okay, down. I didn't look at those waterways, but hold on.
From north to south, the basins are North Coast, Sacramento River, North Lahontan, San Francisco Bay, San Joaquin River, Central Coast, Tulare Lake, South Lahontan, South Coast, and Colorado River regions.
All right. Let's check the images. Let's check this first one. Too small to see. Let's blow it up a little bit. All right, so we got all these waterways. Okay, and the higher up you get, the colder it gets, so it snows more. Get down into Southern California, and it's supposed to come all the way down. All right. Kern is back in there. Okay. Let's see here. All right. Okay, and here's the map. See the Kern water bank right there, right? Now, peep this. Kern water bank scandal, AI overview, right? The Kern water bank has been involved in several controversies, including lawsuits, allegations of water theft, and disputes over water rights, right? Lawsuits, Center of Biological Diversity lawsuit. The Center of Biological Diversity claimed that the Kern water bank was a ripoff that benefited large farms in the Central Valley, the Resnick farms, right? The lawsuit was never heard, and the claims were never substantiated by a court. The Kern Water Bank versus Kern Local Agency Formation Commission. The Kern Water Bank sued the Kern Local Agency Formation Commission over a proposed well field in the Kern Water Bank alleged would drain the aquifer. Yeah, aquifer. What is that? Yeah, I don't know what that is. Battleground water banks, groundwater banks, and the underway in Kern County, and accusations that one is poised to mine the local aquifer and sell water outside. Okay, basically where it needs to go is what I would allege, but here we go. Water theft allegation, Resnick water theft allegations. Some have alleged that a wealthy couple, the Resnicks, stole water from California taxpayers and sold it back to them. The Resnicks have been accused of directing water to their properties and growing expensive food with the water. Wow, water mining allegations. Some have alleged that the Kern Water Bank is mining the local aquifer and selling the water outside the area. That's what it was going to say on that other thing. Yeah, because it's supposed to benefit the area. And when I had a map before of all the different water banks in California, they're in certain regions. All right, but the southern really don't have them. Large ones like that. Kern Water Bank versus Buena Vista Water Storage District. The Kern Water Bank and the Buena Vista Storage District has been involved in a legal battle over Kern River water. The two entities have filed applications with the water board for river water. All right, but that key one was the ripoff of the Resnicks right there. Water theft, right? So before I play the Joey Vontaze clip, I'm going to say copyright disclaimer, fair use, fair use, fair use. This is not for monetary value, but for educational purposes, okay?
About Stuart and Linda Resnick, this is a great time to find out about them. So let me introduce you to these billionaires who, without question, are enemies of the state and of the public's interest. Now, they own what's called the Wonderful Company, and they're behind POM, right? The pomegranate juice drink. They're behind the pistachios, the famous pistachios that everybody eats all the time, Fiji water. And let me tell you a little story that you probably don't know or maybe haven't even heard yet at this point. The Resnicks control about 120,000 acres of orchards in Central California. Almonds, pistachios, citrus, you name it, they have possession of it. And these crops require about enough water annually, just in that little area, to supply every home in Los Angeles for an entire year. Every single one. And while the rest of California faces droughts, rationing, skyrocketing water bills, the Resnicks have cornered the market on your water. And let me show you how, okay? They own the Kern Water Bank. It's one of the largest water banks, underground storage facilities in the state of California. It was built with taxpayer money. Let me say that again. It was built with taxpayer money, your money, if you live in the great state of California. But thanks to the shady deal that took place in the 1990s, the Resnicks now control and own what was taxpayer funded. But get this, it gets worse. Okay? Not only do they store water there during droughts, they sell it back to Californians at a profit. So they literally are paying or making you pay for water in which it is put inside of a facility that you paid for to begin with. So in 2021 alone, the Resnicks used more water than the city of San Francisco, a staggering 117 billion gallons. And while your lawn goes brown, rivers dry up, their orchards stay lush, exporting almonds and pistachios overseas for billions of dollars in profit. And what do they do with all that money? Well, they continue to buy influence. They've donated millions to California politicians on both sides of the aisle to make sure their water empire stays untouched. And not only that, but the Resnicks are hoarding California's most precious resource, profiting off of public good and contributing to environmental collapse. And while California suffer under water restrictions and skyrocketing costs, well, those things don't apply to them. They can basically do whatever they want. And that's just one aspect of it. Now let's kind of move a little bit over as well, because that effectively halts a lot of the water supply. But there's somebody else who is a little bit closer to home with where these fires are taking place, and that is the mayor of LA, better known as Karen Bass. Current mayor of LA has connections to radical groups with ties to ideologies that are ridiculous, absurd, Marxist, Leninist. But let's uncover who she really is for just a second so that you can kind of get an understanding of who she is and why this matters.
Do you regret cutting the fire department budget by millions of dollars, Madam Mayor? Have you nothing to say today? Have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today? Elon Musk says that you're utterly incompetent. Are you considering your position? Madam Mayor, have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today who are dealing with this disaster? No apology for them?
All right, so I threw her in there just because the influence that they have over her, right? But anyway, and that's Jake selling out, right? But when you come down to Mr. Stuart Resnick, right, December and all of that, right, divorce, children, all of that, right, all looks, just a businessman. What type of businessman is this? Okay, let's go to early life. Oh, born 1936 and raised in a middle-class Jewish family in New Jersey, and later moved to California with his family in the 50s. Migrated from Ukraine, okay. UCLA Law School, all of that. Okay. So, it's Amalek. Okay. Duke of Edom. All right. And I'm going to hit this other scripture before I hit that one. Job 9:24, right? Classic. Which says, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? All right. So we see whose hands are in all these things. Okay. Whose hands are in all these things? Okay. And people are fed up. All right. People are fed up. All right. people are realizing that this man has his hand in everything. Speaking of Esau. Okay? And when I go to Genesis 27, down in the chapter 37, somewhere around there. Okay? So here we go. We're going to go to 39. Yeah, get straight to Esau's blessing. And you see that this is him and his blessing in this time. All right? And Isaac, this is Genesis 27, verse 39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth. And that's what the Resnicks have. They have the fatness of the earth. Okay? Let's see what the other translations say about the fatness of the earth. And just, I'm going to read it in the NLT, but just thinking about of the mayor, Madam Mayor, she looked like her conscience. You know, Jake got a conscience, man. E don't have a conscience. All right? It says, this is Genesis 27, verse 39. Finally, his father Isaac said to him, You will live away from the riches of the earth and away from the dew of the heaven above. Let's see what another translation may say in that. We'll scan real quick. Fatness of the earth, richness, fatness. I'm seeing if they're going to go as deep to say resources, because that's basically what it is. It's the resources of the earth. That's the riches of the earth. Far from the fertile places. Okay. Fertility. Okay. And that water bank gives that land that they own fertility. Okay. So they have that when they have it. Okay, let's go back. And let's get into that word fatness. All right. Real quick, the word fatness. H4924. Mashaman. Mashaman. Yeah, something like that. Says fatness, fat piece, fertile place, richly prepared food, fatness, oil, olive oil, stout, vigorous, fertile spots or places. Okay, let's keep going. Fertile field. Okay, in Bakersfield, and if you've ever been to Bakersfield, it's dry, but when you get down into that other area with all the wineries, you know, right between like the 99 and the 5 and even the 1 over there. Oh man, it's nice. It's like paradise up there. All right, fatness of his flesh. Okay, let's see what that root word was. Shaman, right? Which says to become fat, grow fat, to make fat, fatness, wax fat. Okay, oily, gross. Okay, gross meaning grow or get bigger, like gross. You're gross on your check, not gross like ill. Anyway, yeah, to cover the heart with fat. Okay, so he had the resources, man. He had the protection around him. He had the, you know, he had the riches. Okay, it says money as a defense. Well, he had the resources as a richness. Okay, and it says you will live with the. I'm gonna break it down the right way. In Genesis again, it says, and Isaac his father answered and said to him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, the resources of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. Right? That's what that is. And by the sword shalt thou live, and shall serve thy brother. And that's what he's been doing. He's been serving Jake with that, man. You know, he's not serving Jake with the with brotherly love. He serves Jake with the sword. Okay? Let's look up the word serve right quick, just to see what that means, just since we're going into it. Shall serve, abad. Okay? Work, serve, labor. He works and labors on Jake with the sword. How do you work a sword, man? With killing. All right. Keep in bondage. All right. Yep. Right. And when it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have dominion, and this is the time where he has dominion in the earth. Okay, that thou shalt break his yoke off thy neck. How do we know this is that time? For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. From 2nd Esdras, the 6th chapter, the 7th verse. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? The captivity of Jake, of the Israelites, and then the kingdom of heaven ruled by the Israelites. Okay? And it says, and he said unto me, from Abraham to Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world. That's when he'll have the dominion at the end of the world, end of the age. And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. In the kingdom of heaven of the Israelites and Jacob will be the kingdom of heaven, the beginning of it that followeth. Okay? The hand of man is betwixt the heel and the hand. Okay, so that was a physical identifier that would come to pass in that way. Okay, now everybody's struggling down in California, and they're crying, and he don't even love his own people, so his own people are crying. I'm sure they're gonna be handsomely paid. They're gonna get their money's worth, okay, out of that land that they're losing. But my life is over. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, my 2 towers in New York in 2001 fell by terrorists. Oh no. Yeah, but you still turned out handsomely, right? Okay, in that situation, while people lost their lives and really lost everything, and insurance companies like State Farm dropped the people in those homes in that area 4 months before. Hey, E is gonna make out all right. Okay. And it says here, Psalm 73, because that whole area, man, has a lot of Amalek, population over there, right? And it says here, but this is for the Resnicks particularly, for I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. Right? They have inheritances to pass down and all that. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. They're not in the same trouble, man. They got water resources and they're doing well. They're not even, man, them fires, the same fires hit the north of California already, and now they've hit the south. Let's see if they burn up all them fields. They burn up everything. See if they burn up their land. All right. Therefore, pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covereth them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness. Here's that word again. They have more than their heart could wish. Okay? More water, more power, more resources. Okay? They are corrupt. They speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. And how are they oppressing the people? By selling the water back to the state of California at a profit, when it was built on taxpayers' money, and now the taxpayers got to pay for more so they can water their crops and then sell you the goods that grow up on those lands. The pomegranate juice, the Fiji water, okay, the cashews and pistachios, okay, and the wine for the wineries. All right, man, you move from them wineries right inside the 99. I mean, I guess outside the 99 toward the coast. You get around that other part of near the 99, Highway 99 in Central California, man, it's sad, barren and dry over there. Right? They set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walketh in the earth. Okay. Therefore, his people, yeah, that was pretty much the point. No, I'll read 10. Therefore his people return hither, and waters of a full cup are wrung out to them. All right? So they're just dominating out there on every level, but they don't realize as they're setting this NWO up, 15-minute cities, and they're making way for this digital age and the image of the beast and all of these things. The spirit of Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai is condemning them, the elites of Amalek, okay? And they're going to go down. All right? So I'm going to end it there. Lord willing, edifying, giving all praise and glory to the Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai. Until the next one, Shalom.